Hello, my name is Dr. Melanie and I work in the field of functional and regenerative medicine. First of all, I'm very sorry that I could not be with you today, but I just want to give you a little bit more information about what we do. First, about me. I studied medicine in Bulgaria and in Canada and ended up working in a clinic in South Africa later on that had very much an approach that was centered around functional medicine towards patients. We used to work with patients that just wanted to improve their vitality, energy levels, and be at optimal levels at all times because they were working so much. And we also worked with very sick patients, such as cancer patients. And what we did, we would support them through IV therapies and proper supplementation in order for them to be as strong as they could during the times of their chemotherapy and other treatments. And what I realized is that really worked. I quickly realized that what is most important is to look at the core source of any imbalance in your body. And by looking at the reason as to why something is out of balance, that is how we can actually figure out how to bring the balance back into our bodies, which is something we call homeostasis, which is the balance within our system, and that we can maintain this balance throughout our lives in order to be at optimal health. Now, we all know that our chronological age does not match our biological age. And nowadays there's so much research that suggests that we can actually stall aging or maybe potentially reverse it in certain situations. And that is incredibly exciting. So at Optimise Health, we are actually looking at all the different opportunities we have and bringing it to you, and following all the latest research in order to be up to date with everything and to apply everything we know when it comes to treating our patients and optimizing their health. Now, initially we would start with testing, and at Optimise Health we test over 80 biomarkers. We can test incredible things such as heavy metal load in your body, your gut microbiome, your vitamin levels, your mineral levels, your exposure to toxins and environmental toxins as well. So it's incredibly important to do that, because that is how we get an overview of your overall health condition at the time when we do the testing. Furthermore, that's going to help us have more benefits out of a consultation together once we review your results, and we can go through that and create a roadmap for you and help you better understand why we need to target certain imbalances and what they could potentially lead to in the future if we don't. That way we can have a consultation with you, discuss all of that, and then we can hyper personalize a supplementation plan for you as well as an IV plan, and we can distribute that over a course of period of time, and it will be hyper personalized to you. So at Optimise Health, what we're trying to achieve is to make sure we optimize your health, specifically targeted, and every treatment is specifically targeted towards you and every imbalance in your body. Like I mentioned, there could be two people that have the exact same imbalance but could potentially be treated differently. That is because we take into consideration your age, your lifestyle, your overall health constitution, and that is really important when it comes to the decision we make as to how we're going to proceed with your treatment and plan. I must also emphasize the importance of oral supplementation. It's so important to make sure that you're taking the right supplements and they are at their purest form. Why I'm saying this is because many people are very often confused as to what they should be taking, and there's so many supplements over the counter. Very often people are taking too many without realizing that they could potentially be harming them and raising levels of certain vitamins or minerals in their body that are not needed to be high. So what we try to do is we do extensive research and sourcing of the purest and highest quality of supplements. That is important because the purer the form of the supplement and the higher the quality, the higher the absorption. As we all know, most of us have compromised gut function, which actually stops us from absorbing nutrients properly. That's because of stressors and outside factors. And very often when we do take a pill or a supplement, we probably absorb about 20% of the total quantity of the ingredient in there. So the purer the supplement and the higher grade the supplement is, the better absorption it has. And nowadays there's incredible technologies like the micellar technology, which is actually the base of which some of the supplements we provide as the medicine ones is. And that is Dr. Adriana Tarali's creation, which I want to mention. So these types of different technologies now provide better absorption and a higher absorption for the body. And of course, in combination with IV therapies, that is the key to absorbing everything fully, because intravenous administration ensures that 100% of the quantity that we have put into your body is then absorbed, and whatever else is not needed is discarded. Now, I also want to mention that because we successfully use IV infusions and oral supplementation, we also use some of the most amazing molecules that now have been discovered in the last 20 years and that work incredibly, not only for anti-aging, but also improving longevity. And now there's research that actually backs this up. Molecules like resveratrol and NAD are incredible, and research now shows how they can actually affect certain aging pathways in our body. Now, I don't want to bore you with too much medical stuff, but let me just give you an example of what aging is. Now, first of all, aging is considered a disease. So we age throughout our entire life. When we are born, there are certain genes that are turned on that make us grow and produce new stem cells and new fresh cells. Suddenly they turn off and we start aging, and that process continues until we die. Now, is there a way that we can turn these genes back on? And now research shows that there is. Actually, molecules like NAD and resveratrol can really help your body get into the mode of turning those genes on. How that works? I can give you an example with fasting. We all know that fasting is very popular and very good for your health, but why is that? That is because when you fast, the glucose level in your body gets lower, which means you get low energy. Low energy then turns on certain genes that release NAD into your body, and NAD then activates certain gene sets or signaling molecules that signal every part of your body and tells your body to repair broken DNA and to repair damaged cells. So just imagine it's a mechanism that triggers the body to repair itself. And that is actually the basis of any sort of condition imbalance that can potentially lead to disease. So now scientists have figured out that certain molecules, if we introduce them to the body, they can actually trigger those pathways as well. So you don't even need to fast in that sense. You can just have a good boost of NAD and resveratrol and your body will start repairing itself automatically. So there's so many exciting things happening in the research of longevity, anti-aging, and overall health. And we are very happy to introduce you to all of them and keep on updating our base in knowledge that we have in order to provide the best service to you and make sure you're at optimal levels at all times.